I don't want to be a woman. I don't want this. I do not want this.
It's like you have a tiny gun in your purse.
Yeah, I know.
Tiny gun would be so cute. Cool.
That'd be dope.
In that, oh my god,
Little tiny gun.
yes,
Just
that's
pull it
like
out.
Austin Powers.
Just some guy says hello to you and you shoot him in the kneecap.
Oh my god. Oh my
Keep
god.
moving,
That's so
Buster.
cool.
That would be really hot, actually. I feel like, I mean, you know, I feel like I do look like a mean person a lot of times. But you
No.
guys don't. No, see, you know me as not a mean person. But I
Yeah.
think if you saw me on the street, you'd be like, I don't get fucked with ever. And I feel like women at least get fucked with a little bit. You get fucked with all the time because you look like a little lamb. So people try to assert dominance. I know this because I have like little like cute like blonde friends, and they're the ones that get fucked with the most. It's like beating up on the tiny guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be like, yeah.
Well, like, I mean, you know, I'm like a maniac on stage, but like all my friends constantly are like, because I have like very open energy, like, and my friends are like, I have never seen someone get fucked with more or approached more or bothered, and like my face looks like.
Yeah, but they think that they probably think that they can fuck with you and nothing's gonna happen. You're just gonna be like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, all right. My friend Erica, she's like very petite and she gets like, I think she has like Chihuahua energy and people fuck with her and she like fucking bites back so hardcore. I feel like the little ones have to like be real. It's like little dogs. They have to like bite like more. They have to like bark loud as shit. Like,
You have like spy energy though. Like you.
See, that's so fucking hot. See,
Yeah.
spy energy, French woman.
yeah.
These
French
are incredible.
spy.
Like have you seen Salt with Angelina Jolie?
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Watch it.
That vibe?
You could have gone in.
Guys, I
casting for
feel
that.
really
Nina,
stoked
God.
about
Yeah.
this.
Well, it's so funny that you think that you would be perceived as like mean and severe because like before I knew you, I mean, I guess I don't know you that well, but like whenever I'd see her, I'd be like, oh my God, this bitch is fucking cool as hell. I was
But
like,
cool is not nice always. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Cool is not really approachable because if someone's like, damn, they're cool. Like, I think cool is being like maybe even a little icy, like little like cold or something
no,
like that.
I don't associate the two together.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like I've known some cool people where like they make me feel so insecure. Like when someone's super cool and just calm, I'm like, how's it going? I'm like, fuck.
I get that,
like-
but that's like grounded. Like I feel like that's how I would feel if I ever met Rick Rubin. But like, what? That's different than someone else being like. There are some people in our circles and industry where their energy is impress me and all, and I'm like,
Oh, that's so grotesque.
yeah, or like you have to work for my affection, and like. If I get that, I go immediately the opposite way. I will never give them what they want, like to the death.
Yeah, I hate that. That to me, the worst thing of like, you're on probation until you earn my attention.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're the devil, dude. Like, I give like, it's so much easier. That's the thing too. It's like, how much more
Are we
mental
recording?
yes.
Yeah, I think we
How
are.
much more like mental gymnastics are you fucking doing in order to be like Terminator Vision being like, be cool to this person is worthless. It's like, just be nice to everyone. It's so much easier.
Yeah.
I just
Until
am
they
nice to
give you a
everyone.
reason not to.
Yeah, and even then, I'm such a dumbass that even when somebody is like actively mean to me, I get so paralyzed by it. I'm like, okay, sounds good. And I'm like,
Really?
yeah, I don't know how to bite back. I'm like, dude, I had the weirdest thing happen this one time. This is so psychotic. I just remembered this. So this was a few years ago, and I was at this this bar, and I believe that I'd either had a comedy show that like earlier that night. I don't even remember the details, but basically this girl comes up to me. I'm like hanging out with some friends, and she's like, "Oh, you're Nina Tarr. You're a comedian, right?" And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, "Oh, like I've seen you perform, blah blah blah. Like I think you're, really fun." I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." She was like this young girl, like early 20s probably, and I was like, "Oh, thanks." Like just very nice. And then she's like, "You know who you remind me of?" And I'm
No.
like, "Who?" And she's
No.
like, the Elizabeth Holmes. And I was like, "The Theranos woman?" Like she's like a monster. And she's like, "Well, you remind me of her in the fact that you're both charlatans." And I was like, what the fuck just happened? I felt like I was in like a movie that I did not have the script for.
The
I was like, where
misdirect.
is this?
The misdirect
It was-
there is crazy.
It was the crazy, and I was like, I'm sorry. I was so like hit over the head with like, because I was so vulnerable. Like I was like, oh, and then I go, I'm going to walk away now. And I just go over to my friend. I'm like, and I told her exactly what happened. She was like, that's fucking insane. I'm like, I'm scared. I feel like I should leave. She's going to like stab me. Like that was the craziest thing.
Oh my God, that's like a YouTube commenter coming to life. But I would have been like, listen, you teenage bitch, how do you even know that word? My God. You just wanted to use that word in a sentence, you fucking loser.
Yeah, no, see, I can't react
What have
that
you
fast.
done?
I'm like I am such a little bitch that like, I wish I could be like, fucking no. Yeah. I think like, cause you have brothers, you grew up with brothers.
I have older brothers, but like, I am also pathologically nice. So like I am only growing into it in my old age now, where I have the presence of mind to be like, oh yeah, I don't have to accept things. But I also like, I don't want to be engaging with crazy people because then you're crazy.
Yeah,
you know what I
you
mean?
kind of got to be like,
it's
okay.
a fine line. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I think that was like a good way to handle it.
Yeah, because you can't even like, well, to me,
you can't reason with
I wish
crazy.
that it came from a place where I was like, you know what? I'm above this and I'm going to walk away. But instead I'm like, I got to go because I think I'm going to cry and vomit at the same time. And
yeah, but it came off that way though.
Yeah, maybe because of the French spy look.
Yes.
That's probably why they're like, she's like, damn, she's handling this well. And inside I'm like, I'm going to fucking like,
you're so
cry.
lucky.
I like, oh, it's so bad.
I don't, look, camera, listen to me. We have no reason to go up and tell people we don't know, strangers, their flaws. That's merely a projection of your own insecurities, and you look psychotic.
I know, you look insane. You look crazy.
Do you guys deal with like, because like stand up for guys, like you make someone's girlfriend laugh, then you have an angry boyfriend after the show? Does that work the other way?
Yes.
Like what's a jealous girl like after a show?
Have you ever I feel like sometimes I've done shows where like I'll see a couple in the audience and the guy's like, and then the woman's like, oh, you want to fuck her? You want to fuck the clown lady? You want to fuck the clown woman? We're fucking done. Like, I feel like I see that. Like, dude, I did a show last night and there was 2 women in the front row. And it's like, dude, if you're going to be in the front row, like, you better at least be like, you know, just a little, like, just have some light in your eyes, for Christ's sake. You're in the fucking front row and they had like Simon Cowell energy. And I was just like, they were just like,
oh yeah,
the entire time. And I was like, damn, y'all mad at me? Like, I don't even know you. I'm talking about how ugly my pussy is. Like, this is camaraderie. Like, what is up with this?
Your pussy's not ugly. I haven't seen it and I know it's not ugly. I did a show.
It's got a lot of grizzle on it.
I won't even say
like
where I was. But like, oh my God, ribeye is my favorite steak.
Me too. I had a ribeye last night.
I will never not have a ribeye. I need the fat. No, I did a show Saturday or Friday, and like I had 2 margaritas and I didn't eat because I was wearing a tight outfit. Never be a woman. And I watched 3 comics in this place where it's historically brutal. And I watched the audience be silent for the 3 comics before me, and so I of course felt protective of them. So like with each passing minute I'm just getting more and more pissed. So like I came in so fucking hot, like, and then when I listened to my set the next day I was just humiliated. I kept calling these girls, I said, did you just get off the bus from Spawn Ranch? And like I don't even think the people in the audience like knew what Spawn Ranch was, but I had like just seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and I kept saying Spawn Ranch, and I was just like yelling at all of them. But I was like, why are you fucking here? Why'd you come to a show? You just want us to tap dance for you? No, you guys are bombing. Like,
this audience is bombing.
Yeah,
act better.
No, I kept telling them they were bombing.
I feel like a lot of times it does feel like court jester vibes, like when you do a show where I'm like, how may I make you laugh, king? And then they're just like, this does not satisfy me. I'm like, damn, dude, my whole self-worth is into this. Like, at least fake it.
Well, when I see someone in the front row with their arms crossed, I'm like, you don't want to be here. Why'd you
and
buy
why are you
a
in the
ticket?
front row? At least if you're like, oh, I have to come here, then it's like, just go, be away. Like, you're in the front row. I can see you. Like, I actually need your energy. It's like nice when people are in the front row and they're just like, just give me that golden retriever face, okay? Just like
golden retriever.
Just make eye contact.
That's it. Just like Just an affable, like, I'm like, that's great. I can succeed now. When you just look at me like you are imagining the ways in which I would die.
No, it's antagonistic though to the performer
with
who
that?
is literally just trying to entertain you.
I feel like Christian Bale in that iconic video where he screams at that fucking like PA. He's like, "Get out of my eye line! Get out of my eye line!"
It's just fucking amateur hour.
It's so good.
Dude, I had girls, I almost cried at an open mic in college because I was doing, it was like packed. It was like, I was like, this is
Where
nice.
was the open mic?
UMass Amherst.
Oh,
the
sure,
U
sure.
Pub.
Never been there,
And
but
no, don't ever go. There's nothing there. And
If you want to get date raped, it's a great
Yeah.
place to go.
oh, good, good. I'll write that down.
dude, and there's like just a table of beautiful young women in front of me, and I'm doing jokes to complete silence, and like floundering, like starting to sweat, and then in the middle of a punchline, they just erupt into laughter, and I was like everyone could see me be like yes, and then like they were just like, oh look, he thinks it's like he's trying so hard, and I literally was just like someone, like I got hit like with like a flash grenade.
Humiliation.
I was like, oh, like just stunned, like it felt like, you know, like get hit in the face with a dodgeball and you like think you're crying, but like you're just like, I'm not, like I'm fine, like, I'm walking around.
No, I know that, and your whole face gets so hot.
Yeah.
And you're just like, feel like you're burning from the inside.
Well, you actually are having like a physiological response
Yeah.
that's being like, you're dying.
trauma.
Yeah.
You
Trauma.
are
Yeah.
fully dying
Dude,
right now.
and I was the host and I was the last one to go, so I had to then right after my set just unplug the mic, like pack up the shit, and walk it to a closet by everyone, and they were all like, "Hey man, like yeah, good. That was an effort right there," and I was just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna." Smoked cigarettes that night. Never smoked cigarettes. I was just like,
Hysterical.
That is the worst. Like the worst thing that somebody could say to you after a set is, "That was really brave."
Yeah.
I'm like, not funny.
Yeah,
Brave.
that's the same shit they say to
Brave.
size 8 women in bikinis.
Really brave of you.
Yeah.
I love the body positivity.
I couldn't
Yeah.
wear that. I would never do that.
Yeah. Wow. You must be really confident. I love that you love yourself. I love
Yeah,
that you
you're
love
like, how
yourself.
dare I step outside in my body?
Yeah, no, it's gross and rude.
Yeah.
you know? I want to welcome our wonderful guest today. She is so dang funny. She's great. She's a great stand-up comedian and LA based, Orange County raised, Blair Socci.
Oh my God, thank you guys so much for having me.
Thanks for
It's
being-
great to be here, Venice, California.
Blair Socci. So you are currently dating somebody right now.
I am.
You are. So, okay. And how many years have you, let's see, how old are you right now?
I'd rather not say.
Disclose? Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been dating?
I'm early 30s.
Early 30s. How
Yeah.
long have you been dating the opposite sex?
I guess since I've been having intense feelings for the opposite sex since preschool.
Ditto.
Wow.
Yeah, like
was
I had a
horny
boyfriend.
Kid. I
Me
was
too.
a horny kid.
Yeah, but they also say that if you're a horny child, that you usually were self-soothing from trauma.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, now I know that about myself. No, I was very horny. I mean, I was like humping the ground when I'm talking like
Really?
oh, dude. No.
Exact same shit.
Dude, no sofa arm was safe from my hump. I would fucking straddle this like
Right.
like a goddamn pony, and I would go to town. We're talking age 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would push
Literally
boys down in
same shit.
kindergarten and then make out with them. I was like gnarly. I was doing a lot. When I was in first grade, this is actually really funny. When I was in first grade, I used to make out with the neighbor boy. We used to like roll around. This is when we were like 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
And then in first grade, I don't even remember the context, and I actually should because it just retrospectively seems very inappropriate. But I remember my teacher saying something like,
Well, for example, everyone in this room is a virgin. Like
and I remember being like, I'm not. And I was like 6.
But like your
neither.
vibe, even then your vibe was like, I'm not a
Freshly
virgin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
yeah,
No,
nah, dude.
speak for yourself, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm not a virgin.
No, dude, I've been around the block, dude. Give me
Yeah.
a break, okay?
I'm Nina Tar. Do you think I have virgin energy?
Yeah, come on now.
I'm a
dude.
charlatan, okay? We get around. I'm not fucking around.
I'm so mad at that girl.
Yeah, I'm
It
still
was-
pissed.
You know what's
Scary.
funny about that charlatan girl? She is gonna wake up in 8 to 12 years and be like, oh, I cannot believe my 19-year-old ass went up to a comedian that I actually revered and said that shit to. She will
so
think about
crazy.
that for years.
Maybe I mean, honestly, I was like, this, like, seek help. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, you need to seek help. Like, this is the craziest thing is I don't even know you. Like, I didn't do sometimes.
That's the whole internet,
Well,
though.
that's what we were talking about before. Of like sometimes you get like a weird energy in the crowd, or like something like I said last night. These two girls staring at me on stage. I'm like, did I fuck one of your guys' boyfriends?
Yeah,
Like, I
that
do
was
feel like
fine.
sometimes I will lose my mind. Like I'm like, oh, am I slipping? I feel like I've done a lot of psychedelics, and I was like, maybe I did too many. I don't know.
I looked up like schizophrenia, and you can like
right.
develop in your early 20s. So I'll just have days where I'm like, maybe like I'll hear something. Like,
You're like, this is the other me again.
yeah, is this like, am I too high or am I just having full auditory hallucinations right now? Like
God.
those aren't going to go away. They're only going to get worse.
Oh my
Or
God.
you're a psychic medium.
That's, I like that.
I like
a
the
lot better.
rebrand. That's
Yeah.
good.
Right.
Good rebrand.
Yeah, that's
All
nice.
schizophrenics.
All schizophrenics are like,
Actually, I'm a healer.
I'm in communication with other dimensions. Is what I'm doing.
Look, I'm open. I'm optimistic. I also am a breathwork teacher and Reiki certified. So I'm, questionable out there. You never know what you're going to get with me.
I mean, that's back in the day, like Joseph from the burning bush, like he was just schizophrenic, right?
Right.
Right? Like hearing messages from God. I'm like,
Or he's
that's
smoking DMT is what I've read online.
Ooh, I like that.
Have you done ayahuasca?
Done DMT multiple times. No
Really?
ayahuasca.
Okay,
Whoa,
yeah.
damn.
Wow.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's tight. A DMT
I wouldn't
vape
even-
pen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've
I see-
I've also smoked the rock before.
Really?
It's great.
I
just
didn't
did
even know
DMT
any of
2
this
days ago at
exists.
Bjork.
Sick.
Why are you so cool?
Yeah, dude.
I just
she's
like
a fucking
drugs.
spy, dude.
I like drugs, dude.
Wow.
Freaky
Damn.
deaky.
Dude.
Yeah, I mean, I can. Yeah.
I did ayahuasca for the first time.
Did you shit your pants?
No, I didn't.
Did you pee?
Barf?
Oh, yeah, I barfed a lot. But it was no big deal.
I want to do it.
Yeah. I want to do it again.
Are you gonna do it?
I'll try it. I've only done.
It's not a
mushrooms and
party-
acid. I haven't done like the high.
It is
shit.
not a party situation
No,
in
no,
any
it's-
way. It is
it's like
like
to
a
heal.
deep, you go to the depths. Yeah.
Damn, I think I'm gonna do it very soon.
Yeah.
I want to do it. First question is there actually a good way to approach a woman in the wild?
There is a good way to approach a woman in a while. For instance, I was on a run once, pre-COVID, 2019. I saw this hot man approaching me, shirtless. I could tell he was a surfer because obviously I can tell that from a mile away. He ran past me. We smiled. He came back and said, "Hey, like, this is crazy, but I just had to come back and talk to you. And like, I don't know if this is, I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable, but if you're open to it, I would love to take you out sometime." And I was like, this is an incredible moment in my life. And I was like, I would love that. We went on a date that night, but he was just really nice, complimentary. He wasn't like, the thing is, women love to be approached, like not in like a sleazy way, but just, if you're kind, if you're genuine, women can tell if it's genuine. And unless they're a piece of shit, they're going to be kind and flattered and receptive. Even if they aren't interested, they're going to say, "Thank you so much."
All right, time. That was great. I was getting horny.
I have a question about that.
It was horny.
Wait, you guys passed each other on the street,
We passed each other on the sidewalk.
and was he walking or jogging?
He was running.
So did he turn around and start running back at you?
He ran back.
That's
Yeah.
Ran.
That's. If I were you, I'd be
No
like,
shirt. No shirt.
No shirt though.
Did you even for a minute think like he's gonna take me and just like?
And it make love to me, shirtless and sweaty. Oh, that'd be horrible.
He was really the energy. You can feel the energy because, like, I can feel the energy when I'm afraid of a man walking. I can
Okay.
feel like your body
Tension.
tightens,
Yeah.
and he was just warm. Like it was a warm, safe thing.
And it was like during the day, you're in public,
Yeah.
That's a fucking hot story. And I will say that I wholeheartedly agree with that. Because I've been approached in the wild, even if a guy is not my cup of tea, looks wise, just like the coolness of it. I'm like, if they're just like, hey, like, blah, blah, strike up a conversation and they're kind and normal. Like, you don't have to do like this pickup artist bullshit is like, you don't have to do that. And you can see right through it. And it literally only works on like women that are like, have been manipulated their whole lives, that they're like, oh, okay. Like, it's the worst thing. being approached in the wild does work. That's the thing. That's what
That's
actually
real life.
This question is super young because I realize that a lot of younger people they date online.
Yeah.
Pretty much exclusively. There's too much of a risk to take in the wild because somebody could say no. Whereas if you're online, you already are using this algorithm that's giving you somebody that's been like, I approve of you. You're allowed to talk to me. But we're not taking risk anymore to actually like reach out to somebody.
We also just don't talk to strangers as much in general because we're all looking at our phones. We're looking down where our energy is closed off. Like, it's just completely different. Like, when I walk out in the world, sometimes I take walks now without my phone, which is probably dangerous. But, like, I'm so much more open and stuff like that. And our whole culture's changed.
Dude.
So, Liam.
Yes.
Have you done this before?
In the wild, like, just seeing a girl and being like, I got to go up to her and talk to her? No. Like, we got poisoned by like the Disney Channel. Like, you got to bump into each other in the hallway and the books got to fall. And then you got to pick them up and be like, oh, you read Harry Potter? Same. But like, if I'm drunk, yeah, sure. I can go up to a girl at a bar. But like, if I'm...
How do you approach?
Yeah, like,
What's
what do you say? Like, hello? Or
I'm just like, hey. So I'm terrible at it, dude.
That's not terrible. I think that's just normal.
That's normal. If you're actually like, I hate when like guys like, hey, so who do you think lies more, men or women? What's up? I'm Dennis. And you're like, excuse me? They're like, who do you think, like in general, who do you think's more honest? I'm like, I'm sorry, what's going on? Am I on, what's happening?
That's
like,
my problem with Hinge where they have those like cuckoo eccentric openers. I'm like, no one would ever talk like this in real life.
Like, ring a ding ding dong.
Yeah.
Down like, how's it going? You're
pineapple
like,
pizza or not? Like, fucking kill me. I want a bullet in my head. You know?
Dude, I'll just like comment on how nervous I am. Like, if I'm like actually nervous, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I'm just like, I'm terrified talking to you right now. And then she'll be like, what?
That's kind of cute.
That is so perfect.
It's
because
really
it's
cute.
like honest.
Yes, true.
Yeah, no, because it's authentic and people are drawn to authentic.
And then he would make me, if a guy said he's like, sorry, I'm just really nervous talking to you, I'd be like, why? Because I'm so fucking hot.
Me too. I would be like, that is.
You want to fuck me?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'd be like, no, I don't want to.
I want to blow guys' minds. I want to go up to like the dorkiest guy at a bar and be like, hey, do you want to go fuck in the bathroom right now? And have their head explode in front of me. They'll be like, "What?" Scanners.
Dude, I got approached by, I couldn't tell if she had schizophrenia or not, or if she was on
Oh
meth
my
or
God,
something.
because you've been on WebMD for weeks.
Yeah, just researching it. I was walking, it was in Venice. This was last week. I was walking to Will Angus's house, shout out Will, Friday Beers employee, and headphones on full blast, enjoying myself. And I hear like a faint yell from behind me, but I'm like, that's nothing. And then immediately I just hear, excuse me, sir. And like a grab on my shoulder. And I turned around like fully spooked, like out of my mind. And she was like, you can't drink in public. And I was like, holding one of those. And I was like, no, it's like an energy drink. She was like, I was kidding. And I was like, okay. 15 seconds of silence. And she's like looking around.
That's a long time.
So long. So I'm like,
A lifetime.
Is everything okay? Are you all right? And she's like, yeah, no, something just told me to come up to you and talk to you right now. And I was like, okay. Right. She's like, can I have your number? And I'm like, sure, dude. What? Oh my God. She texted me the most fucked thing. I have to read
Wait,
this.
but that is so sweet.
No, it gets worse.
It's gonna get really bad.
Because right now it sounds so
no,
good.
it actually doesn't. It sounds
No,
scary.
it's not gonna be.
I don't like this.
But this is how I end up in
Yeah.
a lot of things.
I'm like water
Yeah.
slide position right
I
now.
know.
I'm very
Dude.
scared.
See, this is why I end up in shit I'm not supposed to constantly. Because I'm like, that's so romantic. I love that.
Some meet cutes are.
It was disturbing.
Okay, what happened?
She texts me, hey bro, smiley face, you like drums?
Bro.
Oh, no.
And I said, love them. You know, let's get.
She's gonna invite you to a fucking drum circle.
Dude, this is the song.
Oh, I'm scared.
She
Put it in the
plays.
mic. I want to hear this.
I'm worried now.
It's gonna be bad.
It's the eeriest shit.
This is a long track.
Yes, and it's this.
It's
just like-
hers?
nope, it's just spooky shit. And she
Spooky
goes,
hippie drums.
Yeah.
my musing on this. There is no escape from death, pain, love. There is
No.
escape from suffering.
No.
Let me know if you have any
No.
eloquent or ineloquent thoughts on this track. Would love to hear them. Thumbs up. And I responded with, me and Will crafted this message back because we're like, let's just have fun with this. I was like, I agree with what you said. As it were man's ultimate goal to avoid the call to the void. Ironic, isn't it? And she said, yes, exclamation point, all is void. And then I was like, how long you lived in Venice? And just started talking about normal shit. And
How old is she?
no idea. She looked like in her 20s.
What was her vibe?
Was
she cute?
violent.
Violent?
Yeah, it was like a weird vibe. She wasn't that cute, but like kind of in a weird way cute. Like she looked like a nerd kind of.
She sounds like a cult member.
I might have been.
She sounds like she's from Spawn Ranch.
Yeah,
could
no,
be, dude.
truly Spawn Ranch. That's
Matching
a
girl.
Spawn Ranch
Yeah.
vibe.
And I got drunk and I called her last week. I tried to hang out with her, but she was like, "I'm going to bed." I was like, "True."
Are you gonna hang out with her?
I think I should just to like.
Just to get
To
stabbed?
have a life
Yeah.
experience
I'm gonna
of
have to, like-
violence.
Yeah, I have to share my location with like my friends. before I
She's
go.
definitely the type of girl who, like, if you do have sex with her, she's gonna be like, I want you to punch me in the face. Like, she's gonna be gnarly. I feel it.
I had one of those
Whoa.
girls. Those
Really?
Yeah.
Did you do it?
No, dude. I was a freshman in college. We were on top of my bunk bed, and there was about 1.5 feet of space between the ceiling, and I was shit faced, and she was like just some random girl from a party, and I said no,
anxiety.
so I had to climb down my bunk bed. It ruined the whole vibe. So I was like, I'm gonna I just left, climbed down my bunk bed, but it was my room, so I just like hung out in the bathroom and like would peek out. She hung out in my room for 45 minutes. She's probably stealing shit.
Honestly, smart choice by you though. That would have ended poorly for
Yeah,
you.
no,
Nothing
been bad.
says nothing says shock me in the face quite like making out on a bunk bed.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
That was the greatest though, because if I brought a girl back from a party, it was like the ultimate like, are we doing this? I'd like climb,
You
go
knew.
climb the ladder, like.
Oh,
It was
brutal.
so bad.
The indignity of being a woman just never ends.
Okay, so I think that the synopsis or the closing would say that I think it is the good way to approach women in the wild. I mean, I would say just an overview of it is like just be fucking normal
Genuine
and normal.
because you can feel.
and just be
Sincere.
nice. Don't be fucking weird. I know that's like I think this is the issue is that men don't know how to be not weird, or they think that they have to trick us. You don't even have to trick us at all. You can just be like you can actually be pretty straightforward, even if it's just like I'm not really looking for anything like a relationship, but I'm very attracted to you. I want to, that's pretty much it. I like respect that so much instead of being like, hey, can't wait for you to meet my mom one day. And then you're like, oh, okay, this sounds like, is this going somewhere? And they're like, huh, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to fuck you. I will never speak to you again now. And you're like, what?
That's bad.
That's terrifying. So I think men should approach women in the wild more. I mean, it's flattering. It's so flattering.
It's so flattering, but also like I think just this main message is that people can feel what's behind words, whatever it is. Like they can intrinsically know. So if you're genuine, people can feel it. If you're not genuine, people can also feel it.
Wait, I have a question about
Yes.
breathing techniques, real quick.
Yes, Liam.
A lot of men, I'm not going to say me, struggle with premature ejaculation.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any breathing techniques that can
Breathing?
prolong?
Wow, I would never make that psychological connection, but wow. I don't know, because like for what I do, breath work is like a very intense physical breathing where you like literally puff out your stomach and then whatever. God, I don't know about premature ejaculation. I know nothing about that.
I feel like
It'd also be terrifying to start doing breathing work in the middle of having.
I don't know. What
Lamaze.
like my guess would be, there's like things about being physically healthy, right? Taking care of your physical health, which like I feel like translates to your sexual stamina, but also isn't it about like if you jerk off before, doesn't that help?
Oh yeah, that helps, but to a certain extent, like.
what about
I know nothing.
I think this actually might work because I think really premature ejaculation is probably a psychological thing. So mostly, I don't even think it's a physical thing. I feel like if you meditated, do you meditate? You gotta meditate every day. You gotta. I think if you meditate, then
My ass is meditating.
every damn day.
Yeah.
Gotta do it. Gotta let the demons out. You know.
I should meditate. I got a nice balcony up there. I could sit up there, just.
Right, with
Yeah.
you and all your different selves.
You're living in Venice, not even meditating. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
I mean, Bostonians don't know how to meditate.
No.
Yeah.
I've never met anyone that's meditated.
Before right now.
Yeah, before right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you scared?
Yeah, a little
We
bit.
kind of seem like that girl with the drum girl, huh?
Yeah, you guys might have a finger into the other dimensions I don't know about.
Oh, look, I'm trying to get in those fucking dimensions.
I feel like
Trying to hop over there, see what that's about.
premature ejaculate. Like, I feel like if you just, I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. Isn't it just like, did you like think about like baseball or something?
People say like, oh, think about like your grandpa dying, but like that's just
Then you're just gonna get a soft dick.
yeah, that doesn't work.
Yeah, you got to think about something like logistical. I feel like you got to think about stats. Like
Yeah.
statistics.
So crazy, men and women's lives. Again, I'm pissed even thinking about it because, like, as a woman, you're literally just trying to trick yourself mentally into coming. You're literally grabbing for everything in the goddamn sky, just like, yeah, okay, this is gonna do it. This is gonna do
Gotta
it.
have my legs flat. I'm like,
Yes.
don't fuck this
Yes.
up for me.
Don't
dude.
move. Don't move. Don't
Don't
move.
stop. Don't stop what you're doing. Don't
And then
stop what you're doing.
You fucking move and I'll fucking kill you. And then dudes,
I get my little gun out. Get my little gun out.
and then dudes are just like, oh my God, they'll do anything not to come. And I'm like, what is your life? Why?
I will travel to the mountains of Tibet and learn from shamans about how to retain semen.
I don't want to be a woman. I don't want this. I do not want this.
Sometimes people buy your meals. That's fine.
You don't have to be. There's options.
No,
guys.
I mean, people keep
Rebrand.
telling me that, but I'm so exhausted. I could never.
Yeah, I mean, your name also, you wouldn't have to change your name.
Yeah, but it's really, sorry for any listeners. It's a feminine guy's name.
Yeah, but Blair, every Blair is good at eating pussy. Male Blair.
I
Male
went
Blair.
to high
male
school
Blairs?
and
Male Blairs.
Never met one.
Yeah.
I went to high school and college same grade with this dude Blair, who was like the hottest dude I've ever seen.
Because Blair's a hot guy name. It's like Blaine. We were like, damn, Blaine.
I don't know. I don't think it's a hot dude name, but
It's like
I
a
was
French
like,
Canadian name. If your name's Blair, you love eating pussy, and you are from fucking Quebec.
You know what's funny? Also, I will say this: like, there's this like rumor or like perception that there's got like my. It's not a rumor, I guess, because it's coming from my friend's personal experiences. But I have never met a guy in my life who does not want to eat pussy. I've never met
What?
one.
Me neither.
Well, I don't know. You guys don't talk about. I've met guys who are like skittish.
My friends are disgusting. They're like, I'd love to vacuum that girl's.
Yeah,
butt." I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
That's hot.
No, I know, but I mean, I think it's also the culture has just changed. Like,
It totally has,
different.
because back in the day, I feel like when we were like in high school, I feel like guys are like, I don't eat pussy. I'm like, gay, dude. Like, you're like,
Really?
what? Like, what the
I have
fuck?
never in my life met one guy who's like,
I've met apprehensive guys.
yeah.
What time this guy told me?
That means you're just sexually weak.
This was so fucked up. Luckily this doesn't happen anymore, but I was like in my early 20s, and this guy, we had hooked up a few times. We were like dating. Like we're kind of dating. He like took me out to dinners and stuff like that. And then we had sex a few times. I would give him a blowjob, and he never would go down on me. And then so this one morning we have sex. I blow him, and then when we have sex, the precursor is always the oral. And then afterward he comes, and then I'm like, hey, you like when I go down on you, right? And he's like, yeah, I love it. I'm like, so I also like that. He's like, and then he's just said, like, totally didn't even think about it. He just goes like, oh, well, for me to do that, you got to wax your entire pussy. And I was just like, excuse me? And he's like, yeah, for me to do that, you have to do that. And I was just like, and then I got up out of my bed, and then I went to my living room, and then I laid down on the floor face down.
Yeah.
And then like 5 minutes later, he comes out and he's like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And he's like, okay, well, anyway, I'm going to go. And he bounced, and then he hit me up later, and then I never spoke to him again.
Good for you. I am sickened retroactively
Isn't
about
that insane?
I mean, what,
also, by the way, I just want you guys to know,
be a woman.
it's not like it's a fucking Spawn Ranch down there, okay? I fucking trim it up. Like, it was first of all, I have a landing strip. I'm like, I have like,
which is
Classy. That's
hot as
classy.
hell.
classy.
Yeah.
I still have a little bit of pubic hair, but like I have a bikini wax, for fuck's sake,
Yeah.
you fucker. And then it's also like, he's not fucking whack. What the fuck is
Or
wrong?
what
And
does
also,
that
did I
dude
even
think
ask
his
you about my
balls
pubic
taste
hair?
like? Oh my God, what does that guy think his the inherent
audacity.
confidence in men is just insane. Like they don't wake up, they just like look in the mirror, they're like, yeah, that's fine. And then
And they can't even stop from having like flakes on their face. Like if you go on a date with a guy and he just has like a chapped lips, I'm like, you had one job, dude. Like I have to like do all the shit to my face and body. I'm like, you just had to show up with like not dandruff in your hair and chapped lips. Why is
Yeah.
that so hard?
No,
My
it's
lips
just
are
like
chapped right now. I don't even take it off.
no. It's like, have you ever had a glass of water? You look like you have gout.
Yeah, no, truly. Like, and this is
Like
the real
maybe
question.
one
Do
piece
men
of broccoli.
eat vegetables? Have they ever had a vegetable?
No, we have to like sneak them into like other things. Like
Yeah, put
Like a
peanut butter
dog.
on them.
yeah,
Like a
yeah,
dog.
like a dog. Yeah.
Yeah, like medicine. Okay, guys, we're gonna ask the next question. Oof, this is a tough one. Is it okay to go through your significant other's phone without permission? I gotta say, this is a tough one, okay? Because I've never gone through somebody's phone, but also selfishly, I couldn't bear it. I would rather break up with somebody if I suspected them than even go through their phone. Because I'm like, if we've gotten to the stage where I'm gonna go through your phone, the relationship's already over.
Yes.
We're done. Like the trust has been totally broken. And as somebody who has actually had some boyfriends go through her phone, I've had that before happen, and it was like,
Okay, you must fuck
dude,
for
well,
a dude to go through your phone.
this guy, no, this was
Holy shit!
this
You
guy
must be laying it down.
no, this guy
to
went,
have.
no,
oh.
this guy went through my phone. He went through my hidden folder, which was filled with photos of me with like exes, like literally like sexy photos, and it wasn't cheating. It was like before. I'm like, why would you? And then he like told me, he's like, I did something dumb and I did this, and I'm like, why would you hurt yourself like that? Like that's like, you know what I mean? It's like intentionally going through to see like photos of your ex with like a significant
Cutting.
other that they like. It's like you're not doing anything. Why would you
Yeah,
do
you said
that to
cutting, yeah.
yourself? Yeah, it's like
cutting.
cutting, dude. It's like self-harm. Like it's wild. And I know that there is like a curiosity. Here's what I say is that if you feel like you don't trust somebody that you're dating, then like you gotta fucking ask them. Like if you're at that stage, be like, if you have the urge to go through somebody's phone, before you do that, just be like, I don't trust you right now and I don't know why. Is there anything I should know? This is the time to come out. Like, I don't know what is going on. Maybe it's just me and I'm self-conscious and projecting, but I don't feel like there's something I feel unsafe about. Because I think people are intuitive.
Yes.
That they kind of notice when like there's something off.
100%. Yeah, I would say so. I won't even look at the screen of a guy's phone.
Ditto when they're
Won't
texting.
even
I can't.
look at the screen. Won't look at it if it's on the table. Like I would never go through a person's phone. Like to me that is insane. That's like going inside someone's brain, which is like you're not allowed to do that.
It's like
We're
reading
not
their
able-
diary.
Yeah,
It's like
we're not
reading their
able to
diary.
do that for a reason, you know? And so, yeah, I won't even look at the screen. But I agree fully. Like, if you're at a spot where you think that they're cheating, like you're not in a good relationship, you're not with someone who makes you feel safe, yeah, you need to get out.
I think we're all on the same page. I actually feel like no, you should never. It's not okay to. Who
Also,
asked
it's
this?
so
It's
degrading.
not okay.
Also, there is no, like, I can't imagine anything more degrading to the self. Like, it's so
I've never gone through a
sad.
guy's phone ever in my life, and I've wanted to before, but I never have because I'm like, I just can't. It's something in here is gonna make me feel bad,
Right.
You know, and I can't. I would just I can't live with that. I'm like so oh man, I couldn't live with that. I would just lose my mind. I would like fucking cry for like years about it.
Dude, if you read his group chat with like his friends and like saw the way he was talking about you to his friends,
Or the way that
would
they
be-
talk about women. Like
Yeah.
guys are fucking
yeah.
disgusting.
But like at the same time, like we in that group chat, it's so fun to just say the most horrific.
Yeah, you're just
shit.
being crazy.
Yeah, because it's like so funny.
But you're
say
all like
that.
soft with like hearts.
That's
Yeah,
like going
yeah.
through. Another thing is, it would be like going through somebody's porn that they jerked off to. Like I would never want to see that either. Because
I see that. I would feel nothing about that.
see,
don't
I
give
would
a
feel,
fuck.
I would be jealous. I'd be like, oh, I look nothing like her. So why does she, I can't believe you jerked off to someone who looks nothing like me. Weird.
Yeah, I don't.
Interesting.
I like the porn thing. Like,
I want a guy to only be attracted to women who look exactly like me.
really, but I
I'm
think
mentally ill.
no, they already are attracted to you. Unfortunately, I really believe that porn is so separate from real life. The two aren't even connected. I think it's very, very actually damaging for men, because it disconnects men so much from the reality of emotional connection and perception of what sex is. And like you do see that when you're younger and the guys are young and the way they have sex, and you're like, oh, you've been watching porn since you're 13. You have literally, you feel you're performing instead of intuiting what the partner wants.
Yes, which is like also not enjoyable for either person. Like if you're actually like
You're not
present having sex
connected.
with somebody,
Yeah.
like it is so much hotter too. You're not putting on these airs. Also, like some guys are so trained with porn that like some guys can't jerk off or they can't come unless they pull out and then they jerk off.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
Because like they can't even come from a pussy or a mouth because they're so used to jerking off incessantly that it's like this is how I can't even
They're
come
programmed,
without
like
touching
automated.
myself. And I know this because I've had it's happened to me, and I've also had friends that because I was like, this can't just be. This is like, oh dude, I knew this girl who told me that her boyfriend. This is so fucking crazy. When they would have sex, the only way he could come is that then like they would have sex for a while and then he would go in the other room and finish. Isn't that? I'm like, how could you date someone like that?
That's so sad.
I
That's
know.
devastating.
That's devastating.
He was just going in the other room thinking about hot guys. Then coming.
There's a Jonathan Taylor Thomas poster in the other room.
Hilarious.
Rolling
But
it up
that
really
means
quick.
that
after.
like that means that sex has literally been completely separated from any like connection and intimacy at all. And like the hottest sex is like from intimacy.
Oh my god, that is the hot.
From
like,
emotional connection.
you're like, damn, am I banging Antonio Banderas right now? Like,
Yeah.
you feel like Javier Bardem is taking you.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
that's the dog. I feel like I feel like I'm in the movie Chocolat. Okay, I am like, wow, take me fucking away.
Well, that's what guys are always like. It's such a mystery how to make women come, and it's like connect with them.
Oh,
Connect
sometimes. Oh, this is
emotionally.
good advice. A lot of times, you can just. I feel like I could just come if like a guy just makes out with me and like touches me a little bit, and I'm like, I came.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. You guys think you have to be like, oh, fucking, I've been working on the railroad.
Yeah.
You guys act like it's so arduous. I'm like, just like chill out. You don't need to like,
Oh God.
Yeah.
it's like you guys are spinning plates out there. It's
Yeah.
like, just slow down. Just like kiss me a little bit. Touch me a little bit. I'll get there.
Yeah, I had a decent coach, like,
Coach?
right when that's what I call her. Because like,
Funny.
'cause I'd be like, I'm gonna just put on an Olympic level effort here, and then like
You're coming from a good place.
Yeah, and she was like, "You don't just relax. Like,
Yeah.
stop doing that. Like, I'm gonna." And then she was just like, "I need to be in this weird position." I was like, "All right, whatever that's fucking from." But like,
Yeah, you get a street luge position. Yeah. I get into a bobsled position when I need to come. I'm just like, no. Lay me down flat, dude. Stiff as a board, light as a feather. Boom.
why do chicks love that game so much? By the way, that's like just like passed down witch
Oh, because
witchcraft.
I don't know, a moment where we feel powerful for one fucking second in our goddamn
okay?
lives when we're children, and then it's taken forever.
Yeah, when we're genderless little witch creatures.
Yeah, and we're like, oh my God, this is so fun. We're like, look at this community. Look at this moment of just lightness of spirit before it all comes crashing down.
Yeah. Yeah, is that okay if we have that, Liam?
No, I'm gonna take it away. I'm gonna do my best.
I like how this show is just a women against women. You
Yeah.
should
Good
call
advice.
it. You should call it "Who's a Dumb Bitch," and then Liam decides.
Yeah. At the end of
Every
every episode,
question.
who's
Yeah, who's the dumbest bitch?
Blair takes home the dumb slut medal. We have a T-shirt outside waiting for
With
you.
the dumb slut medal, is that also the winner or the loser of the round?
Oh, that's up for the user. They could be like, all right, well, this is like,
You get a medal if you lost,
yeah.
and you get called a dumb slut.
If you lose, you're an intelligent whore. Like, you have the wherewithal to not be a whore, but you are.
Intelligent.
I don't think being a whore is tied to intelligence, but
I feel like if
Liam.
you're a whore, you actually are probably pretty smart. Seems like a hard job.
yeah, no, monogamy is, you know.
For dumb bitches. That's what that is for.
I don't know. Polyamory though is so lame.
Oh, I can't. No, they sicken
It's
me.
like
I
people-
tell my
Really?
polyamorous friends, I go, ethical non-monogamy. How about you ethical get away from me?
I feel like polyamory is like people that are into it are also into like Settlers of Catan and like Devil Sticks. And they're guys that are just like, hey, I'm on an improv team and I wear a t-shirt with a vest and a fedora.
Yes.
And then like those are the people you can fuck if you're like poly. You can't like fuck like hot guys. It's
All
just, like,
all poly people are vegan, but not all vegan people are poly.
yeah, and they're all just like, and they're very like theater kid energy. They're like,
Ooh, yes.
One of my,
We're
you know,
poly.
one of my dear friends,
Bead
Steve
wearers.
Hernandez, is poly, you know, whatever, and I adore him, but he's like the only one. I mean, I'm still.
I feel like poly makes sense if you. I have a friend and they're poly, but I feel like this couple. I feel like because the girl really likes fucking other girls and they like have threesomes together, and so he'll like fuck some girls on his own accord. She'll fuck girls on her own accord, and then they date and then they fuck girls together.
Wow.
And I guess that's like. That makes sense to me because their sexuality, because she would be unhappy if she just was tethered to him because she also wants to have experiences with women. So to me makes sense.
All I hear when you say that is, where is the energy coming from? Where is the time coming from? What do they not have jobs?
I know, they're like gallerists.
Are these just trust fund people that are incredible?
Yeah,
wow.
dude.
Dude, you know what's weird? In Massachusetts, like obviously I know like some bi girls, but like most of the girls I meet are just like one way or the other. LA, literally 80% of the girls I meet are bi.
Yeah.
And dudes, everyone's bi in LA.
Yeah.
Young people are bi now.
Yeah.
Everyone's bi.
It's the culture now. Like, I always think I missed it for when it was just like totally standard like it is now. Like, I missed that age group, but I'm like, oh, if I came like 6, 7, 8 years before this, I would be in these streets.
I would be, dude. I know. Honestly, I'm like, I think I like kind of was like on the precipice. I have had sex with a few women, but I feel like because when I grew up, it just was not normalized. It was actually
wasn't at all.
vilified so much, and
Yes.
especially where we grew up in a
Totally.
very conservative area,
Extremely
in Orange
homophobic
County.
place.
Very
Probably
homophobic.
like one of the most in the country.
It's a red dot in a blue state. It's obverse Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Orange County is
It's
like
deep Texas.
Yeah, it is basically. It's like my other car is a gun.
Yeah.
You're like, why do you guys have Southern accents but
Right.
by the beach?
Yes.
It's really weird and
Yeah.
conservative, and so I feel like I would have explored my sexuality with women more if I was born a bit later. But now I'm like like also just the idea. My friend actually told me this because I was like, I am really attracted to women, but I could never like have a relationship with a chick. And she's like, oh, you're oh god, it was like hetero fucking.
I know exactly
like
what you mean.
relationship or some
Yes.
shit like that, and I was like, damn. And she's like, yeah, it was like a whole fucking term, and I was like, she's like, yeah, because you're interested in women, but like you wouldn't like that means that in a relationship you'd only prefer men. And I'm like, damn, there's like words for that. I just thought I was a freak.
I said that to my lesbian friend, and she was like, Are you kidding me? You can barely stand like intimacy with a man. You know what the intimacy level is with a chick? You would die.
Oh, it's
She's like, you would jump out she's like, all the talking, the moving. I mean, like, she's like, you would never stand a chance.
yeah. Sometimes I like when guys are just simple. There's like nothing. It's like they don't. I'm like, what do you mean by that? They're like, huh? I'm like, this is easy.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's so easy. All right, let's move on. Is sex on the first date too forward? I gotta time myself. Okay, I think that is sex on the first date too forward? I will say, I've said this before. I think that if you're not into somebody, you should fuck them immediately. I think you should fuck them as soon as possible.
This is so funny.
Yeah, you go on a date with somebody and you're like, I can't do this, but you know what? I didn't fucking drive all the way to West Hollywood tonight to not like get touched. So yeah, if I'm into you, I can't do it. I gotta wait. I gotta do the whole thing. I gotta be like, oh, I don't know. Like, I'm really shy. And then
Well, because there's stakes.
I'm really shy. And like the best thing, this is what you do. So this is great advice. This is actually for lady listeners. If you want to trap a man, you want to be like, oh, like how early is too early to have sex? Before you have sex with them, make them wait for a bit. And then if they're like, oh, I want to have sex, just be like,
Yeah, I'm just like scared because like I'm getting like a crush on you.
Yeah,
and
that
then
would work.
they'll be like, oh.
Like, yeah, so like I don't know, I just like I feel like I'm starting to like, get vibes from you, and I like feel like
I don't know, like, what do you think about that? Then that's the litmus test for them. Then you have to be like, what's the, what are you giving?
Yeah.
That's the thing. So I mean,
That's a great answer.
yeah, I feel like that's, but fuck on a first date if you are down to also potentially never see this person again.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I'm like, I mean, honestly, like 85% of the time, I'm like, I don't ever want to see this person again. So we fucking tonight.
Yeah, I fully agree with you. I think it's all about like being really in tune with your own feelings, because like if you really like the person, there is stakes. Like, and if you have sex, it immediately confuses things, and whether either party thinks it or not. Like, I know for me, like a lot of times when I'm sexual quickly, it's because I'm trying to avoid an intimate connection.
Absolutely.
And it's much more difficult and uncomfortable to get to know someone slowly and at an appropriate pace to actually build something in like a really,
sustainable
organic, sustainable, like sweet, open-hearted way.
I think sometimes I'll lead with sex because it feels like maybe this won't work out, but at least I did this thing that I wanted to do, which is not a healthy approach.
Right.
But
I think that's a lot of people, though, because it's like I'd rather not deal with the discomfort of waiting to find out and waiting and being like.
And then you wait to have sex sometimes, and it's bad. And then you're like,
That's
fuck,
miserable.
that's the worst.
Well, because
you
there's stakes also, though.
You date
That
someone
makes
for like
it
a
awkward.
month. You did someone for like a month, and then you're like, okay, cool. Like, I'm into this guy. Like, I'm ready to like actually have sex. And then you're like, wow, that was like very disappointing. And then it's like, do I keep doing? And then I've done this before where like, then I'm like, I can't do it anymore. And then I feel bad because I know that he knows that it was because I was dissatisfied sexually. And then I'm like, okay. And then we don't hang out again.
No, I'll give the counterpoint to that, though, because there's two sides to that.
Sorry.
I've been in that situation where it is like a really sweet thing and we're both totally like each other. And when we do have sex, because we both care so much, you've waited, you're nervous and scared, and you're not like loose and like the way you are when there are no stakes, you know what I mean? And then it's gotten better and it's totally fine. It was just a blip in the radar like after a few weeks, and like them we're so connected. It's dope.
Interesting.
But
Okay.
I've also been on the other side of that where it wasn't because of nerves.
Sometimes it's so bad though that you're like, there is no room
Coming
for
back, I won't
improvement.
put myself through
I
that.
can't do that again.
Nervous
Yeah.
penis is a real thing. Like just having sex while scared. Like you're just like, what's going on with my dick right now?
No.
Just that. like,
Vaginas are so inactive. We're so lucky. It's like a fucking amoeba in between my legs. I'm
Yes.
like, just poke it, it'll do.
But
I don't know. don't do
but I
shit.
feel the same feeling though. Like if you really like someone and you're really my heart, even though I don't have a dick, my heart's like pumping out of my fucking chest, you know?
Yeah. And then sometimes it makes you in your head, and then you like get like, oh, the worst is when you're like trying to be sexy and it feels awkward, and you're like, I'm out of my element right now.
Yes.
And I'm being weird. Like I'm like,
I always suggest like to my girlfriends that like struggle to come, I always suggest an edible. Like
an edible, I'll have a panic attack.
Oh really? Oh, my
my
god, not
God.
me. I just feel like super open and chill, and like you're way more in your body. Like you can feel your senses so much more.
Okay, this is what I would suggest. You take a non-narcotic beta blocker, like you're a politician about to give a speech, and you just like Vyvanse, like what pilots take to like stay
Hilarious.
vigilant, but like not methed out. So you're just like watching everything. So you're just real, like twitchy.
You smoke DMT, but you're afraid to take a fucking edible.
Oh my god, yeah, whoa.
What are you talking
Just
about?
realized that.
Well, I think no, I like edibles. I just think like they go either way for me. They are a roll of the dice. An edible, I'm like, oh, I feel great, or I'm like, God, I'm thinking about something that I did that was weird when I was 12. maybe that's like if I didn't do that weird thing, like my life would be totally different. And like, oh God, like, ugh.
Even with the
You remember when
5
your
milli?
tampon string was sticking out like at the pool when you were like 14, and that boy that you like saw it, and then he made a comment and he's like, is that a tampon string? And he said it really loud in front of everyone. Like that was horrible. That was like the worst. I can't even believe I'm thinking about that right now. That was like the worst time of my fucking life, dude.
That's what, even a 5 milli you get like that, or are you taking like a 20 milligram?
No, you know what? This was also back in the day. I feel like edibles now are so much, they're like very
Regulated,
crafted.
yeah.
Back in the day, it was just like, do you want to barf?
Obliterate, yeah.
Do you want to feel nothing, or you will shit your pants
Yeah.
and think about your mom dying?
Right.
It's gonna go away, and you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be violently high once again.
Yeah.
That's happened to me.
Oh my God, that's the worst. Yeah, I've had to call in sick for work because I was too high after an edible the next day. I was like, I can't go to work.
God, I love, cause like I don't get high during the day ever. That's just like my personal rule. And so I love when I wake up a little high because I'm like, oh, freebie.
Yeah.
I feel great.
Wait,
Feel great.
so Liam, I have a question for you because this is actually really, I think women are usually more concerned with the sex on the first date thing. Will he take me seriously? Will he respect me if I give him my body too quickly? What is your take? Do you think that if you really liked a girl and you did have sex with her initially, like first date, that you could continue on the gestalt of your relationship without judging her too harshly for having her legs wide open?
It would, like, waiting, like the way you described it, like, I have a crush on you. Like, that is the easiest way to just, like, completely just, like, own a human being. But, like if I really liked a girl and we had sex on the first date, like, I'd still really like her. But, like, it would, the other way is way better, I would say. Also, girls do a thing where they're like, make a point of it, where they're like, I'm not going to fuck you on the first date. And you're like, okay. And then they're completely naked. And, like, we're not having sex. We're doing everything else. It's like, wow, you showed me, dude. That's crazy. Like,
See, I feel like, well, here's the thing too. Physiologically, we have a foreign object entering our body. It is significant. Like, guys, men stick their dicks in glory holes.
So they're like, I don't know, a
Couches.
vagina is better than what I was putting it in
Fruit.
before.
Yeah, my friend
Yeah.
Timmy used to fuck a cantaloupe. I was like,
Warm cantaloupe.
and I was like, this is what I'm trying to sign myself up
This is
for.
what I'm competing against? A cantaloupe?
No, this is what I want. This is what I like am drawn to.
I mean, I do have a joke
So
about this
embarrassing.
that, like, honestly, sexuality is definitely not a choice at all. Like, gay or straight or somewhere on that spectrum at all, bi, doesn't matter. Because if sexuality were a choice, no one would be attracted to men.
I have a joke about that too.
Nobody would be, because it's objectively not a good thing. Even gay men, they're like in prison too.
Yeah,
they're like,
they
I'm
are.
in prison by my like fucking love for dick. It
Right.
sucks because men, you guys are scary. I don't know. You could hurt me like physically and mentally and emotionally. I mean, I don't know. Women are we're crazy too, right?
but like a women's body, like it's
Objectively beautiful.
yeah, the shape of it and like just the
gorgeous.
features. Like a guy's, it's like that's like if they ever see a dude like hair on his shoulders and
Or
you're
on
like,
his earlobes.
like you're a gorilla. Like
Yeah.
you're not a human.
There's men are not that they're rough. Like women are soft and we smell good and we have soft skin and we're like delicate and like, you know, and guys, I'm just like, you're rough and like, why do you got flakes all over you? And
guys-
like you
you guys-
smell weird.
Fall off a cliff though, like around 50. Like it's just like
Liam,
it's true, dude.
What do you mean?
Look at 50-year-old dudes compared to 50-year-old women. Like you're like
Listen, you
depends.
23-year-old motherfucker.
Yeah, we're gonna fight your ass.
Oh my
dude.
god.
I'm gonna break a bottle and
you
fucking.
guys have plenty of time.
No,
Don't worry.
I
about
like.
it.
Plenty of
I like.
time.
Liam's like, yeah, we'll just line you up and shoot you once you're 50. You're fucking useless. Oh my god.
No, it's fucked up because my fucking boyfriend, but he's just like, well, women are just not attractive after 50. And I'm like, why would you say that? He's like, well, you know, I'm like, you know, one day I'm going to be 50. He's like, yeah, but you know, I'll love you. And I'm like, but you don't want to fuck me? I'm still going to want to fuck.
No, all this stuff.
I'm
like
going to hire
all
a
of these,
cabana boy.
all of these generalizations. I mean, 50-year-old women. I mean, my mom is like 70 now and almost 70, and she looks very young. and
Ditto.
very
My
beautiful.
mother
I've
is-
seen a picture of your mom.
Yeah, my mom's 63
Yeah.
and she's like hot.
Yeah, mine.
She
too.
like looks great, even in like a bathing suit. Like she works out.
Yes,
like even
so
like
does mine.
her skin and and she gets hit on.
Constantly.
I've witnessed it multiple times from young guys, older guys. Like it doesn't matter. Because she's also really petite. She has like a whole thing going. She's like cute.
I've seen your mom. She was at Soho House.
Yeah, I met
That's
her
right.
You
too.
kept pointing. Yeah.
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 But what I have to
she's
say about
cute.
this,
Yeah,
she's
fuck you,
cute.
dude. She's 63.
I take back my statement.
no, all these
Redacted.
generalizations about women and men and like work hitting and stuff, but like the truth is like we all want to give and receive love. So when I know this is, I should not be saying this on this fucking comedy podcast, but like none of that shit's true. Like you love who you love people, and
That's
like
true.
all these generalizations like
I
go
dated-
out the fucking window.
I dated like a very unattractive guy that I was so in love with.
Yeah, all chicks do.
Yeah, like he was not attractive, but he was fucking hilarious and smart, and we were like so in love. So
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't. Women, I think, are a little bit. We are the fairer of the sexes. Guys, men could date a woman that he doesn't even really like that much and just be like, well, she's nice and she's hot.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
could
see my
never
guy
do
friends
that.
do that, but it never lasts.
No.
So they're always like, they're the whole time they're confused like about their feelings. They're not understanding what is off about the relationship.
Yeah.
Like I have some of my guy friends that are in their early 30s and they're just now realizing, they're like, especially in comedy, you know, because poor women get tricked. They're like, oh my God, this man made me laugh. He must be a good dude.
Oh my God.
But then like my buddy was like, yeah, I just, you know, I can't figure it out. Like, I just don't have like this deep connect. I can't get like a deep connection. I'm like, I wonder, what do you think that is?
The
These girls
23-year-old
on
yoga instructor with abs
Yes.
isn't really
from
like
Instagram that I keep
fucking
meeting
funny.
on Instagram. Totally puzzled. Can't get to the bottom of it.
It's
Yeah.
kind of wild. My friend had a very, very incredible hypothetical that I will present to both of you that I quite like. So she asked her boyfriend, she's like, okay, hypothetical, you meet smoking hot, like smoke show. We're talking Victoria's Secret model. Like that level of like really hot. One of the hottest girls you've ever seen, like totally your type, very attracted to her. The sex is incredible. Like very good sex. He's smiling. He's
This
into
is a fun experiment.
it. So sex is great. She's really into you. She thinks you're like great.
Am I a man? Because I'm already fucking done for. I already can't get out. I need SEAL Team 6 to get me out of this already. I am done.
And then this guy, same thing. He's hot as hell. The sex is incredible. He's laying it down. You're getting fucked on fucking countertops on Spanish tile, okay? It's hot. It's steamy. It's great. But the caveat is they don't really understand you or get you. They don't really find what you find funny to be funny. Your friends, whenever you bring them around, is like, why do you hang out with them? This is
too
like,
close
you know,
to home. I'm very uncomfortable right now.
you're falling out of your skin.
I am squirming in my chair.
And you know, they don't really. There's a lack of connection, definitely, and people feel it, and
Yeah.
you feel it, and you really just don't feel like this person sees you or understands you. How long can you date this person?
Rest of my life. Easily. I'll die with her. Bury me next to her.
Mother of my children.
I'll golf all the time. I don't know. I'll find a hobby. I can't.
God. All right, Blair's about to. Her teeth are gonna break in her fucking head right now.
Cause I really struggle with this. I really struggle with this.
Do you want an inhaler?
No, it's just, you know, too close to my life. But you know, no, I forge ahead, one foot in front of the other. I go to therapy. I'm trying to change.
So okay, what I'm gathering is that you have been the person who has dated somebody like that for a little too long.
I am never
Maybe a little shallow?
I'm not shallow. I'm as fucking deep as it gets.
She does breath work, dude. You can't-
Yeah. But I do get in these situations where my friend, again, like I'm on the street, like what you said, this girl's dangerous, and I thought she sounds really nice. You know what I mean? So I keep getting in these situations where I just need to leave the person, but it's like
They make you come. It's hard.
I am
Good at it. They have
always,
nice arms.
for someone who is always breaking up with someone, it is so hard for me.
Yeah, I have like ugly duckling syndrome where like boys didn't like me until I was like in my like early to mid 20s. And so whenever like a hot guy is into me, I am like, I don't even care if you like Trump. Like, let's go. Like I put too much like, I don't know, like a hot guy, like an objectively hot guy who's like into me. I'm like, yeah, I don't care if you're a fucking dumber than a sack of hammers. Like,
Really?
I'm in
Yeah,
it.
it's not, for me, it's not about looks. Like, it's about the connection. And I have gotten really mixed up by good sex. I mean, like, I forget my name.
Dude,
like,
the guy he calls you Mandy. You're like, I guess I'm Mandy now.
I got broken up with so bad. Like I just tried to like it was like a death by cop situation, but just with a frat. Like I
Right.
just walked into a frat party and I was like, I'll beat the fuck out of everyone here. And luckily it was like the swim house and they're like, hey man, like what's going on? And I was like, oh no, dude. And they like, I was like, they were nice, but
They
I'm like,
hugged you?
yeah, they hugged it out. And I was like, dude, if this was any other house, I was like, just ripping shit off the walls. I'm like,
Why?
dude, I don't know, I was drunk.
I
and
can't picture you doing that. I know I just met you. I just
I
cannot
can.
picture
I
I
was
can
a young
picture you.
man.
I can picture you like a messy drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a
like
messy ass
floating around
motherfucker.
like Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
Like I feel like your limbs are like
Yeah, I'm uncoordinated.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
Slender Man body.
Yeah. I Slender Man. Who wants
Irish
to fuck
Slender Man.
Yeah. I'm Slender Man with a bad sunburn most of the time is what I am.
Well, just reading your body language, Liam, I noticed that you got a little nervous around the subject of breakups, and you mentioned that you have never really had a good one that was
No,
messy.
never. I haven't had too
because
many.
you're young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, yeah, it's also one time I went on a school trip to Nashville and I just left the state. That was the cleanest one because like I went for a week and then by the time I was back, there was no like, let's talk now.
That's great.
Yeah.
I have a friend who had a really bad one where he got dumped while they were on a roller skating rink and they were wearing, and it was on the rink, and then he was like, "Oh, okay," and then had to like roll
Skate
the
away.
skate.
Jesus Christ.
That's pretty bad.
That's the most depressing.
That's
thing.
probably the worst
Yeah.
one. Guys, we have one final question. How should you handle pain for things when first dating?
Okay, so this is just my opinion. I know the younger generation is different, and to them I say great. But for me, I like to be in my feminine like energy when I'm dating a man. I like a man to pay, and not in a way where I'm expecting it or anything. Like they better pay for my shit and stuff like that, because that's fucking rude also. It's more like just like a gesture of like, you know, biologically, whatever. It's like a provider. It's like they're taking care of you, a gesture, like romantic, old school shit. And I think it's really nice if a guy pays. It's not awkward, whatever. What I say to this is like, you don't have to take someone to an expensive restaurant. If you're broke, take a girl out to tacos. Like it's the point of paying. You don't have to take them to a nice dinner. It's just saying it's really tacky to be like, do you want to split this to a woman? I don't think a woman is going to be really attracted to you. Like you can pay for a $20 dinner, you know, between the two of you. Tacos cost $10 each. You know what I mean? But I know the younger generation feels different, and that's fine too. But especially as you get older, you're thinking, is this someone that I can have a life with, that is responsible and has a family and all that stuff? So, yeah. And then I also think it's nice for the woman to be like, hey, I'm going to pay for this dinner sometimes.
Damn, Blair.
Yeah.
Again, I couldn't agree more. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's from the same place, but
It's not like a spoiled, entitled thing, because that's really gross energy also.
It's also not like buy me a handbag.
Yeah.
like I would
Yeah.
never do that. It's like, here's the thing. You're asking me out.
right.
I'm giving you my time.
Yeah.
You ask me out somewhere. Like, I also feel the same way, even platonically as a friend. If I'm like to a girlfriend, like, hey, like, meet me for a drink, I'm like down to buy your drink. Like, it's just a fucking drink. Who gives a shit? Or even like a meal. Like,
Also, it
just
feels
covering
great
things.
to buy someone a drink.
Just covering
Feels-
things
yeah.
for people is just a nice thing to do. And I'll do it for guys that I date too. But I like for them to pay for a majority of things. And especially if we're first dating, you are courting me.
Yes.
That's what it is. You're courting me. And I think, and I know a lot of guys, because I feel like there's so many like men's rights activists that are going to be like, fucking women want equality. And then they want us to pay for shit.
They just want to pick and choose, dude.
Yeah, it's just fucking. But guess what? All the things I get fucking waxed and all the shit I get done so I can look hot
Yes.
for you is expensive, dude. I
It's
mean,
so expensive.
dude, the leg wax and the fucking pussy wax. It's
The
$200
hair,
bucks.
the makeup, the clothes,
all of the stuff, the heels, the clothes. Guys, just like you need to have like 3 pairs of different pants.
I have 4, literally.
Literally, I'm not even. We have to look like an international spy all the time. It looks so different, so we can trick you into being like, oh, it's a different woman. Because if I feel like I'm fucking the same woman all the time, I will leave you high and dry. And meanwhile, a guy's just like wearing a fucking t-shirt, doesn't have to do dog shit. We have to like do so much stuff. And it's expensive. But you kind of expect us, we gotta be honest, you expect us to look that way. There's you can't just like show up Or you're not gonna. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I also grew up in Southern California, so it's definitely like a much more.
Well, we were like
visual.
poisoned that way, but like I don't want to be with anyone who is with me because of how I look, because all that shit fades. And guess what? Men don't all age well at all. Like,
No, y'all look like fucking mashed potatoes.
I took back my statement.
no, but Liam,
Redacted.
look, I have brothers that are 4 and 5 years older than me, and like I've seen the way, like some of the guys that were the hottest people in high school I have ever seen, like you can't even tell they're the same person.
Oh, dude, it's kind of
But
wild.
it doesn't matter. That's why it doesn't matter, because everyone gets ugly. And so I'm not trying to fit into anyone's idea of what the fuck I should look like. They're lucky I'm sitting next to their ass.
Damn, I wish I had that confidence. I'm like,
Whatever you need me to look like.
No, I will
I'm-
not like try to be anything for anyone. Like they're getting the full me or nothing.
damn, you're healthy.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Damn. I mean, with paying for stuff, I don't know. I feel like it's just a nice gesture.
For me, it's like, I'm not 22 anymore. Like, I don't have time for this. Like, if I'm giving you my time, because I'm bringing it on the date. Like, if I
Comedians,
like
we're
you.
all funny as shit. Like, do you know how much? It's not like I'm just like, bah, 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 bah. I'm like, I'm being entertaining as hell right now.
Yeah, or
Should be
if I'm
paying me
going
for this.
out with you, like I'm interested in you, like I have some level of investment, like, you know what I mean? And like, yeah, I don't know.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm just mad now.
I'm upset for you.
I had a girl like nicely be like, "Oh, I'll split that," and like this was not like I would always buy. Like I'd never. But I was just awkwardly like, "Oh, okay," like didn't know what to say because I was just so nervous. And then like the guy was like, "Do you want to split it?" And I was just like, "Oh fuck!" And she gave me like this look that was just like, everything I thought about you is now gone.
It was a test.
And I was like, "No, bring it back." I was like, "I'll pay for the whole thing." That was weird. And it was, dude, it was the
Yes!
worst. No, it ruined the night. Like the whole
The exchange was too weird.
and I was like cool and drinking the whole time. Then like just like I don't know what happened, just flooded. Like every cool part of me just flooded out for 30 seconds, and then I was like, "There's no coming back from that." I was
But
like,
you
"Yeah,
saved it.
I did pay for it, but she was like not into it.
Well,
after.
because
because
I
it was
say
hesitation.
Yeah.
I say sometimes, like, and I have had like a few times a guy be like, okay, and like I'm saying it to be kind. Like, it's not necessarily a test. It's like, I don't know where they're coming from and I'm a little embarrassed. Now I'm more comfortable of it now that I'm older. But when I was younger or something, I didn't know if it was okay
Yes.
to expect the guy.
And it's almost like I would think like, am I gonna financially ruin this man because he like can't do this? But I like to do this thing. So if a guy, the check comes, this is I feel like I'm gonna get so much flack for this. When it's the end of the meal, the check is gonna come soon. I've been very acutely aware of this. I have like this skill where like I know the check's gonna come soon. I'm like, I'm just gonna run to the bathroom, and then if the
Yeah.
check is still waiting when I'm there, I'm like, oh, there's gonna be this is a problem, because then you come back and if they're like, oh yeah, I already took care of it. I'm like, you did? Oh, thank you so much. Oh,
I
great.
had a guy, I lost attraction completely, where he took me to a fancy dinner, paid for it, and as he was paying for it and we were going to a movie after, as he was paying for the dinner I'll pay for this as long as you pay for the movie. And it was just so awkward and uncomfortable. Like, why didn't you take me to a less expensive dinner? It was more like you were trying to assert like something.
Yeah, it feels. That's what.
Because
Honestly,
like,
that's
you
what it
could
feels
have
like.
taken me to a cheap place and made
Paid
it
for
not
both.
awkward.
Paid for both, and just like,
Or not taking me to the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like, it could have been so easy. Like,
and
you
then it's
could
also
have
like
spent-
telling you, like, I'm paying for this, and you're paying for the movie.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
like, I was so uncomfortable. It just turned the energy weird.
I'm not paying to see the new Doctor Strange. You are.
So
I don't like Marvel. You're making me do this.
I like this. Also, just back to like the check at dinner thing. I also we've all done this. The dance. The like.
Yeah.
Go. So the check comes. The check comes, and you're like, oh,
Can't open it. I don't know.
I just.
That
like, oh,
that
how
purse is perfect
You're
for
like,
that.
oh, how long is it going to take him to put it? Oh, it's good. Oh, are you sure? Oh, okay. Oh, thank you so much. It's so nice of you. Thank you. Literally, I'm pulling. It's actually a Metro card. I'm pulling out. I'm like, oh.
By the way, I do want to say though, like, reiterate, like, there are, and this is what guys are afraid of and resentful of. There are those girls that are like, I'm just gonna get, like, I'm gonna take him for all it's worth.
Pay for everything all the time, and that's not fair. Like when I first started dating my boyfriend, he was very good about like asking me out to dinner, paying for everything, multiple dates. And then as we got like, closer together, then it was like, now we split things. He still pays for a good amount of stuff, but like I also am like, if you got our dinner, then it's like the next morning I'm like, oh, I got breakfast.
Yeah, you trade off. It's like,
but that's also somebody I'm like with.
Right.
If you're like before we start like dating, like you're just trying to like get me to like you know what I mean? You gotta fucking pay for it, man. I feel like the funny thing is this question is so controversial because I feel like so many people have different viewpoints.
Well, a lot of younger girls like don't feel that way. And so like if that's how they genuinely feel, I have full support of them. This is just my opinion. But like I am not super attracted to a feminine energy in a man. Otherwise I would date, I want a man who is emotionally available and in touch with his emotions because that's a real full human being. I'm not looking for
that's genderless. That's
I'm not looking for like a caricature like shell of a person to be with. No. But I mean, I'm looking for a masculine energy.
I totally feel that way. And I think when I was younger, I actually wasn't looking for that. And
or
now,
not aware of it.
Yeah. It's a very... I mean, look, I think to err on the side of caution, I really think just to kind of wrap up this question, I do think that the safest thing to do is to pay. And then if the woman's like, oh no, we're good. Then it's like, but you gotta try to, and I don't know. I feel like so many people are just gonna, this is such a like political question. I feel like people are very like tethered to their fucking answer and they feel very passionate about either side of it.
Again, it's to each their own, of course, whatever. But like if you're young and you don't have a lot of money, take them to a Mexican restaurant. Like I am not young, and I have
burgers and beers,
and
that's
I have
chill.
money. But like one of my favorite places to go on a date is like a Mexican restaurant because you can never be in a bad mood at a Mexican restaurant.
Oh, it's so true. Margaritas,
and it's
burritos.
just not expensive, like, and it's all about just making the gesture.
I love it.
If we get drinks, I have to pay because I'll get like 6 beers and she's gotten like 2 drinks. I'm like, this would be horrible if I was like, yo, you want to get the tab? Like on the shit face. My bad on that one. Like
Liam the Lush.
I have to.
Liam the Lush. I feel like we solved a lot of issues today.
Did.
This is pretty. I do feel like a lot of times this is a UN meeting, and I'm like, wow, the peace treaty has been signed.
Broke down a lot of societal constructs in a little bit of time. Feels good.
I won't get over that drum girl. That's really scary.
Yeah, dude.
It is very spooky.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna find me. Like I'm. If I go missing,
she's a spooky person.
Dude,
she's a spooky person.
Yeah, she's a witch woman.
Well, guys, I really hope that you gleaned on this information and you took this advice and take it with a grain of salt. But also, we're just giving our subjective opinions. Do what you will with them. But these are 2 certified hot girl babes telling you what to do and what not to do. And I don't know. Liam seems to be pretty fucking smart about this shit too. Weirdly. You're doing a good job, man.
Yeah, you have
I'm
a lot
surprised.
of emotional awareness for like a little guppy.
That's good.
Oh,
yeah.
Guppy.
Yeah,
Slender Man Guppy.
Freckled guppy Slender Man is emotionally aware.
No, you seem tall.
I'm tall.
Seem tall.
Well, I don't know. We're sitting down.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll see after. Blair, thank you so much.
Oh my God, I had the time of my life. I
you
will
for coming
need to
on.
edit some things out. I'm
Oh yeah.
Oh,
of course.
yeah.
Let us know.
Don't worry, this was 8 hours long.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Pretty sure. But
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
and
you.
You're hilarious. And where can they find you?
You can find me at Blair Socci, BlairSocci on Twitter and Instagram. And you can, if you want, watch my new show on Comedy Central Wednesday nights after South Park called Fairview.
Ooh,
Awesome.
I saw
It's
the
not my
previews
show.
for
I'm
that.
on it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh my God, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congrats.
Great. Well, Blair, we love you. And
Love you.
you're awesome. Thank
You're
you for
awesome.
listening.